In this video, we're gonna look at the lesson 4, editing and combining shapes. Although I don't want to study. One trick I use is uh, I I just want to sit down for 50 minutes. I don't care if I study or not. As long as I sit down, I count those hours as studying. So usually I end up just studying. So that's just a way to trick my brain into start studying. So I'm gonna do a 50 minutes session and then take a break and then continue studying. So I'm gonna set a timer. All right. Okay, so the first step in this lesson is just opening up a starter file. So we're gonna just open up that file. New file. Well, we want to open up a file, right? So downloads lesson 4 start. Okay, the options. The document uses phones that are currently not available on your computer. Replace phones, whatever. So I don't even get the, don't you? Adobe Illustrator can now automatically activate fonts using the which are available. Skip. So anyway, the fonts these guys were using is not available. Of course, you can download fonts and install them locally, and then you can get them when you open up the character selector window. So our goal in this video is to make this make these artworks look like this. So first we're gonna look at a couple of tools. So first let's start off with scissor tool. With scissor tool you can make a closed path open. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit. So first select the shape and then select the scissor tool. So when you select the scissor tool, it now creates this anchor point. Let's select the anchor point and then drag it. Great. So it now created a path. So although the when to make the strokes appear, you need to have the object. Well, it needs to be closed path, or else the fill will work, but the stroke doesn't appear unless it's closed shape. So we need to join them. So to join this, we're gonna first select this shape. So with this tool, you can already see there is a option to join path. So normally when you use join path, it looks at the end point of the line segment and joins them with a straight line. Either you can use the join path here, or I believe there's gotta be in, okay, in the quick actions you can also see join here. So we're gonna click join path. So that created that line segment. So next we're gonna look at the knife tool. Knife tool, instead of creating open paths like the scissor tool, you end up with closed paths. You can see what this does. So here in this image, we are using the knife tool and dragging across like this, and it created this shape, and this shape is separate from this shape. All right, we're gonna use the knife tool. So the thing with knife tool, it's not in the basic toolbar. You have to go to the advanced toolbar to um, see it. So it's in Windows toolbars, advanced, and I believe it's we're gonna look for the knives tool. So I believe it's under right here. All right, it's here, knives tool. So under scissor tool, we're gonna select the knife tool. Okay, so first we need to select a shape. This, when you select a shape and use the knife tool on it, it only cuts the that shape. If you don't select any shape, it will cut the shape underneath the knife tool. So we're gonna use that, and then we're gonna drag it like this. So select, deselect. So we created this shape. So this is a closed path. So if we use the stroke, it would fill it. We're gonna select black color for it. Now we're gonna make a straight cut on a shape. So select the shape. So if you press caps, uh, the knife tool turns into a crosshair. This makes it easy to see, I guess. If press and hold Alt to sort of make something like this, and then select this shape. Okay, great. So we're done with the head. Next, we will look at the eraser tool. So eraser tool, without selecting anything, when you use the eraser tool, it erases the artwork underneath it. But if you use the eraser tool with our object selected, well, it only erases that object and nothing else. Okay, for some reason it crashed. It's okay, so we're just gonna go to this and we're gonna erase a part of this. So we need to go to the, well, toolbars advanced, and I believe this is the eraser tool. Okay. So with eraser tool selected, if we go to the tool options, you see more, more options for this. We're gonna set the size to something like that and click close, and we're gonna select this one, the erase. We will we're gonna use the direct selection tool to select these two, and then we're gonna round it and select deselect, and then we're gonna just move this to this, rotate it a bit. Close enough, I guess. Next, we're going to use the eraser tool to erase in a straight line. So this one, we're going to first select a shape and then use the eraser tool. If you double click it, it opens the eraser tool options. We're going to increase and then shift drag, right. Now we're going to select this shape and shift drag. There we go. Select, deselect. Okay, so this is a sort of a tip. So if you are in any other tool, pressing Control temporarily switches to the selection tool. So say selected, we probably, I'm looking for, okay, great. That's Control. So now we're gonna create something so-called compound path. To do that, well, let's go to the artboard and okay, first signage. Okay, first we need to align. We need to put this red circle in the middle of the this green circle. So we're gonna select both of them, and I'm gonna make this the key object, and then here we're gonna center it, maybe like this one. Okay, so now it's centered. You just go to maybe object, compound path, make. That kind of created this shape where the object above the another object, sort of like punched through the object below it, creating this object. Now we're gonna select this one, and then I'm gonna make this the key object, and we're gonna align it. Select, deselect. Right, zoom in. So we need to create this shape. This shape looks complex. So if you select this one, we're gonna select this one. This is just a line, right? This is a path, and it's only a stroke. It doesn't even have a fill. So what we want to do is just we want to convert this path into some sort of shape where we can erase it. We can use the erase tool to erase. We can sort of like carve out this shape with the erase tool, right? So first we need to convert this to a shape. You can like go to object and convert it to shape. So we're gonna look at that. First select a shape and then go to object. There's got to be a path. There's got to be some option. Outline stroke. Yes, I think. Now we go to arrays. We're gonna double click it so we can change the size a bit, and we're gonna do the same thing with this object, path, outline stroke, arrays. We're gonna temporarily select this and move it like this. Also double click it. There's got to be a better way to sort of like to make this shape look smooth. Roundness. So what is this value? Okay. Angle size fixed. Okay. We need to select object, path, stroke, erase. Then we need to select, deselect. Our for some reason our shape doesn't exactly round look like this one. I wonder what do I need to do it. So if maybe there's a if we go to path and simplify smooth, maybe. Yeah, that seems to do some stuff. All right, we're gonna check out the this shape builder tool. With the shape builder tool, you can easily create complex shapes by combining and erasing shapes. So these are separate shapes. We can combine them to look like this shape. So what we gotta do is just first we need to select the shape first, and then we can just drag it like this to create this. I believe there's also another way. First you select the shape, and then with the shape builder tool selected, shift and drag to immediately combine the shape. Next we're gonna drag this on top of this. We're gonna select both of them, and then we're gonna go to the shape tool, and we're gonna press the Alt and drag, and with this we removed the shape. Now with we're gonna select that, and we're gonna use the eyedropper tool, and first select this, and then we're gonna use the eyedropper tool to sort of copy this, and deselect. We copied the outline styles, so that's pretty much it. Another way you can combine shapes is using the pathfinder option. So first we're gonna combine these two shapes. So there's gotta be a pathfinder, right? So this unite will combine the shape like the shape builder tool. It will the uh, the object behind the shape will inherit the color of the object in front of it. Now to delete the some part of the object, right? I'm gonna shift click the object behind everything. So this is the orange that's behind everything, and then minus front intersects. So when you click the minus front, it deletes that. So that's the wrong way, I guess. So we click this and this. So that is not something I'm okay. So what we need to do is go to more options. So the first one is minus front. That will delete sort of like punch hole using the front object. But if we use the minus back, it's gonna use the object behind the front object to delete it. So one thing about the pathfinder is that it creates permanent shapes. So what it means is that the underlying shape objects are completely lost. You can't modify them. So you can temporarily make the objects similar to this shape builder. So first we're gonna select everything, and then all we need to do to sort of temporarily make the object compound shape is by pressing and holding Alt and unite. So this will create this. Underlying objects are now, we can select and edit them. Double click it to go to the isolation mode, and then we're gonna, do stuff like this. And go back. To make this permanent, we gotta go to expand appearance. This will sort of make the object, now the objects that comprised of the compound shape is gone. We're gonna select the outline, and then we're gonna copy the outline from this upside, deselect. Okay, now we're gonna make the straight line look like this shape. So we got a straight line, so we want to make this look like that. So the tool that is used for that is reshape tool. So that's inside of the scale and reshape tool, and you're gonna go to the select the middle of it and then drag it to create something like this, and then drag it a little bit to create the shape. So that's pretty much it. Okay, now we're gonna use the width tool to sort of create this shape. So I believe this is the width tool. So we're gonna select the anchor point and notice the plus icon, and then we're gonna just drag it like this. This, when we hover over the handle, there's some sort of like wavy icon. What we now created is called a width point. Although this looks like an anchor point, it's a width point. There, these are the handle for this width thingy. All right, so we can, first of all, let's deselect everything, and we're gonna use the width tool to drag this handle to resize it. Of course, you can double click it with this will give you the option to control more stuff. Total width, delete. Oh, okay, cancel. So we can drag this to top if you wanted to, and then double click it and set to 0. Create another shape. We're gonna drag it, double click it, set it to 0. So the path is gone. All right, now you can sort of drag it, maybe resize it however you want. By holding Alt, you can resize one side. Okay, I believe uh, we're gonna look at intertwine. I think this feature is the latest addition for the 2024 Illustrator software. So I think let's look at how to do that. So the intertwine, what it does is basically sort of like intertwine two objects. If you look at this shape, one object is behind another object, but now they're kind of like look like a chain, right? One object goes through another object. So we're gonna go to this. So we're gonna make this object go behind and in front, something like that. So to do that, well, you need to select the object and the body. We're gonna select this and object. Maybe there's gotta be intertwine, make. Now we can draw something like this. We're gonna do that. Our shift, I'll just click it to do this, and I guess select, deselect. If you wanted to just, it should uh, it should say and it should say when you select it, it should say intertwine. Click edit to sort of like go back and forth. Right. When you click it, it goes, the object goes behind the object, and when you click it again, it reverses. Right, that's it. All right, we are pretty much done with this lesson. I now I'll I'll that is left is putting everything back. So we're gonna drag the head. We're gonna group it and then drag the head. Zoom it up a couple of times. Resize it. Undo it. My bad. Group. Resize. I went to shift and resize. Drag it. And the tail. Select it and drag it. Well, to sort of like scale the tail, we need to make it we need to scale you know check this box, scale strokes and effects. Select this, shift and drag it, and then before we do that, just quickly rotate it. Ooh. All right, that's, we're gonna group them and then drag it to fit. Select and group them and drag. Holding shift. And then we need to bring the clouds, drag the clouds, and then the cloud. I guess that's pretty much it. Give it a save and you're done. Next video we're going to look at lesson 5.